with Maya here. Now we're working with Maya on retrieving items. Now we're doing what's called a force fetch. A force fetch sounds kind of harsh. It doesn't have to be though. And so the concept behind a force fetch is what's called pressure and release. And so pressure and release is the concept behind everything in this world. And what I mean by that is you go to work because there's pressure if you don't. And you release that pressure by going to work. You go get a hamburger for lunch to release the pressure of that hunger. Everything, you know, from a hamburger to your job, to the reason you got the car, to the reason you got the more safe car versus the flashier car, to the reason you got the flashier car versus the safe car. Whatever it is, it's all to release pressure. Now pressure sometimes, pressure sometimes has a negative connotation, but it doesn't have to. Because pressure is what creates growth. And so what we're doing here is this dog needs to learn how to retrieve items because she's going to be a service dog. And so what happens here is when she drops the item, we add a little bit of pressure with the e-collar. What level do we use? Pretty low?
Yeah, she's over like 12 right now.
So we use a pretty low level. So what happens here is the level's enough to be annoying. And so, she retrieves the item, but when she drops it, we add a little bit of pressure through the collar and say, no, take. The second she takes it, it releases. And so she starts to realize, oh, if I just hold this in my mouth, good girl. And so we're working on building the time. Because she's not naturally she's not a dog that loves to retrieve. And so we're saying, we're gonna work our best to make sure that you enjoy it. So there's praise and we work together and stuff like that. But we also need you to do it, when asked to do it. Good girl. What a good girl. What a good girl. So like I say, it's most people won't need to do this because if your dog doesn't retrieve, it's not the end of the world. But for folks that are doing like service work where the dog really needs to grab stuff, oftentimes this forced retrieve is important because even though she had some desire, like in the very beginning, she would grab an object. Yeah, but she didn't want to hold it. She didn't want to bring it back. She just wanted to kind of play with it a little bit. And so we had to work with her to help her understand that on command that you do need to take it. Yep. Now Molly's mostly been doing it, so I'm going to see how well she does it for me. Take. Good. Yes. And so what we're going to do over the next little bit with her is we have to help her get greater depth. And depth is going to be new people doing it, and depth is going to be grabbing it off the ground. That gets kind of tough. And so we're starting to transition there by holding it closer to the ground or holding it closer to the chair, things like that. Good. But you can tell that, even though that there is that pressure, she still enjoys doing this because there's this relationship and there's this working together. Good girl. There we go. Good girl. But yeah, so that's, like I say, in dog training parlance, it's called a forced retrieve. And it's typically called a forced retrieve because back in the old days, they were pretty forceful, like very, very forceful. Like would twist the dog's ear or pinch the dog's foot. Nowadays, with like an e-collar, we can use low levels and just create low-level confusion that the dog can learn to work through. So anyways, good girl. That's a forced retrieve for you.